All right, we are here with another TPA MRP interview in partnership with Profile Gorilla at PLRB Claims Conference. This time, I am excited to be joined by Frank Cincotta. He is with Genpact, and we are going to be talking about Genpact, what they're all about. So, Frank, thank you for being here. I'm going to toss it over to you to introduce yourself and share a little bit about your company.
Great, thank you. Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate the invite and the opportunity, to speak to you all. First of all, the Genpact's a large company. We have it's a global company with a big emphasis on insurance, and within the insurance space here in North America, we in 2017 Genpact purchased Brightclaim, which was a TPA in the property space, and some auto as well. And within that, the Brightclaim business is BrightServe, which is now we can call the Genpact MRP. My role with Genpact is business development. I handle sales for independent adjusting, TPA, managed repair, water mitigation. Those are the things that I talk to carriers about and our business partners. And so that's a little bit about what I do for Genpact. And background, I've been in the industry for about 12 years. Came out of manufacturing, owned a manufacturing business, and never really thought much about insurance claims until someone approached me and said, "Hey, how would you like to handle business development for me in the claims side?" And I never looked back. I've really enjoyed the industry. Great people.
Yes.
It's just a space where you got a lot of integrity and just a lot of great organizations and people to deal with.
Yes, so true. So from the MRP side, what do you view as the biggest pain point in the industry right now?
Well, I think we're all seeing it as TPAs, not just the Genpact, the MRP, but in just across the board, is really providing policyholder / member experience. I think is really the biggest pain point. We're all trying to give those policyholders, those members, the best experience that they can have. And so we're under really tight SLAs that the industry demands, and so just making sure that we can exceed the expectations of the carriers and provide the best member experience, I think is really what we're focused on, and I think is the largest pain point across the industry. You have supply chain issues right now, and so there's pressures to meet certain deadlines, and resources are sometimes difficult to locate in remote areas, and so there's challenges across the board for everybody. And so I think that's one of the main things I would say for us.
So what do you view, which you just did kind of answer, what do you view as the biggest pain point right now from the contractor side? You did answer it a little bit there, but I didn't know if you would have more to add.
Well, I think from the contractor side, I feel like some of the contractors who get on these TPA programs are looking to obviously they're running a business, and they have to make really tough decisions on working with different TPAs, some new TPAs in a certain space. And I think that there's been some TPA companies that are strong arming some of the contractors into forcing them to stay sort of exclusive to their brand, right? Which is really, in my opinion, the ultimate party that really suffers out of that is the member or the policyholder, right? Because they're looking for a service. And so, thanks to our relationship with Profile Gorilla, we're able to expand the network, and it's gives us the ability to grow in those spaces and to find new contractors, qualified contractors, and expand within that. And I have to say, and it gives me a lot of pleasure and a lot of comfort to know that I think, what has it been, Ed, like 4 or 5 days or a week that you guys brought to us a new like 50 or 75, contractors in our inbox that are wanting to get on our program. So it really does relieve a lot of that pressure. And, I just think in the long run, the members are going to be satisfied, and those contractors have made the decisions, to maybe decide to stay exclusive with another TPA. In the long run, it's going to be their loss.
So for contractors that are on your TPA or in your MRP, what do they need to be doing to be successful there?
Yeah, great question, right? So I feel it's important for these contractors and these property repair specialists that are in our network to be more insurance centric, right? When I say that, I hear a lot of carriers say, auto repair is so different than property repair. If you go to a body shop, body shops are, so attuned to, the insurance language, the empathy of what's the policyholders are going through, and they make the process almost like seamless, as if when the repair process is just an extension of the insurance process, right? I think that carriers are expecting the property side to be the same. Those contractors have to be more driven towards insurance knowledge and help the homeowners, the members, understand. Hey, I'm here for you as an extension of the insurance company. So I think getting them, educated and get more knowledge to the contractors about insurance and understanding the process and making them an extension of the insurance companies is really the ultimate goal. I think that that will take it to the level of where auto and property will kind of match up.
All right. So talking about pricing a little bit. So we have Xactimate, we have Symbility, a lot of contractors using custom price lists now. Do you have any requirements for your contractors as when it comes to pricing?
Well, right now, I think everybody is on the Xactimate pricing for the most part, but there's a lot of pressures now in the industry as CoreLogic and Symbility start to become especially with some of the larger carriers start to make some headway, and so I just think that the contractors need to be fluent in all languages, so to speak, right? They need to get up to speed with being able to write estimates in both Xactimate and Symbility. And I think the industry is getting there. Unfortunately, I was at an adjuster conference at the same time that CoreLogic had their conference out in on the West Coast. And what I was happy to hear from my colleagues that did attend the conference was it was a lot of contractors that were there in LA at that conference, which tells me that the industry is recognizing that that's a gap that needs to be fulfilled, and really for the contractors to really get proficient at writing estimates and Symbility. So I think the industry is becoming more adaptable, and you got some great contractors here at PLRB that will tell you that they're making the efforts to do that.
Why do you think TPAs and MRPs are important to the claims ecosystem overall and the role that they play?
It's like somebody always refers to vendors like ourselves, partners, as you guys are a tool in our toolbox, right? So the adjusters that work at the carrier level, I would say they need to have options to give the members, the policyholders, on how they want to handle a claim. So I just think that, in a case like USAA, for instance, which, we were very fortunate to be awarded as a property direct repair vendor for them. And, they match a certain loss to what an MRP can provide. And I think it makes the policyholders and members feel like this is a seamless process. It's easier for me to I don't have a contractor that I know. I have confidence in who my insurance carrier is suggesting I use. And so I think that's an option that a lot of people, especially nowadays with how busy everybody is and schedules, let me give it to somebody to handle the repair from end to end.
Once a contractor is on your network and they're doing good work for you, what do you do to retain your contractors in your network?
Well, I think it's, I think if they're doing well and we have a very robust kind of rating system and scoring system to keep, you know, to understand, those that are doing well will get rewarded with more work.
Mhm.
Those that are not performing to the level that we expect and we were looking for, um, we take that as a learning opportunity for us to kind of coach them and to try to say, look, these are the areas I think we really need for you to improve. Want to give you more work, but we got to see you you know start to score a little better in kind of some of our grading, whether it be customer satisfaction or cycle times and some of those points. But those that perform well and then have capacity will get more work from us. And I think that's just the nature of what is best for policyholders, members, and carriers.
Sure. Ed, anything you want to add in here?
Yeah, I mean, Genpact's obviously a huge company, so with kind of having Genpact, the global footprint, but really the national footprint behind kind of your managed repair, how would you view that partnership with Genpact would benefits the contractors on your network and your ultimately your clients?
Well, Ed, I think we're there's a lot of, as you look around here at PLRB, a lot of companies that are doing a lot of what we do at Genpact. But to have the size and the scale behind what we do, I think gives a comfort level to the contractor network that, hey, I'm working with a solid company, financially strong. We're publicly owned on a New York Stock Exchange. I mean, when contractors are dealing with a company at the size and level of a Genpact, it gives them like a peace of mind, and we're looking out for them. So we have education modules that we try to make available to them. We're going to be rolling out a Genpact certification program to sort of put the emphasis on educating the contractors. So we're trying to grow them as companies at the same time reinforcing their importance to the industry. So those are the things I think that we have to offer, where I think maybe some of our competitors don't have those resources available.
Anything else? All right. Well, Frank, thank you so much. I know you have a busy day ahead. We appreciate your time.
Oh my gosh, thanks for having me.